This is Rob Tebbutt for Behind the Gloves. I'm here with Paulie, the Magic Man Malignaggi, former two-weight world champion. How you doing, Paulie?
I feel good. Just wrapped up the press conference. I'm in good spirits.
You're in good spirits. As I just mentioned to you off camera, I'm struggling to remember when the last time a foreign fighter came over and had as much support or was shown as much love as you were yesterday at the open workout. I mean, how does that feel?
It's just humbling, you know. It's humbling because I get so much love from the UK fans. A lot of times it's more love than I get even at home, you know. The UK it's become my home away from home. I feel like I've got honorary citizenship even though I don't have it, you know. But it's been a special love affair I've developed through the years with these fans, and it's one of the more special things about my career that I'll remember.
I mean, because you've had obviously high-profile fights in the past with some stellar British names, like Ricky Hatton, Amir Khan. Different sort of proposition now with Sam Eggington. I mean, to me, when I first started following boxing, you were this brash, up-and-coming, outspoken fighter, and now you're on the other side, and you're fighting a young and up-and-comer in Sam Eggington. How do you feel like you're going to adapt to the change in role?
Well, I think the change in role has already happened even before the Sam Eggington fight. You know, you get older and people start to view you a little bit differently, and you have to kind of take on this new persona. This new image. You know, the older fighter image, the veteran, the savvy, the wily fox, so to speak. You know, and so, I take it as it comes. You know, I still got to get in the ring, and no matter what, when the bell rings, reputation doesn't matter. Whether your reputation is to be a young killer or whether your reputation is to be an old wily fox, doesn't matter. You got the bell rings, and we all have a job to do, right? Whether you're old or whether you're young, it's the same thing in your mind at that point. So I don't overthink it. I don't overanalyze it. When the bell rings, I try to make sure I do my job.
Sort of crossing over between your role as obviously fighter and analyst, how much have you seen of Sam Eggington, and what do you feel like he brings to the table?
I've seen a little bit. What's up, Chisora? What's up, champ?
No problem. Derek Chisora.
How are you?
What's up, champ?
I'm not going to tell him not to gate crash my interview because he's slightly bigger than me. But yeah, as we were saying, so what you've seen of Sam Eggington in the past?
Yeah, he's an aggressive guy. He's a young, hungry fighter who wants to make a name for himself, and obviously at that age that's what you're supposed to be. So I don't think he's anything that he's not supposed to be, you know. And but I do think he's steadily improving through the years, and I think that's a good thing through the fights. And I think he's earned his spot here at this stage. So we'll see if he can hang at my level now.
Okay. Training camp. How did your training camp go? I know you spent some time out in Miami.
We spent some hard time in Miami, man. We got a lot of hard sparring, very physical work, and I think that will pay off for us in the fight.
You shared some training with David Haye,
yes,
who's obviously topping this bill in his fight against Haye-Bellew. Putting your analyst hat back on now, how do you see that fight going?
Well, I think Haye's a naturally bigger guy, so you probably favor him a little bit, but he hasn't had a lot of rounds through the years, you know. These last few years he hasn't been the busiest guy, and Bellew, not only has he had rounds, he's had the trench warfare that you need to kind of mentally be prepared for these kind of tough fights. If Bellew can get Haye to go some rounds, you never know. You know, you let that doubt creep in and seep in. You know, Bellew got up off the ground and win his world championship, so you know he's got that metal inside. We know he's not ready to play in the mud if he needs to. You know, Haye hasn't needed to play in the mud in a long time. So what happens if Bellew gets him to play in the mud, or does Haye just have the dynamic power that we all know he has, and he's able to land that shot off of that brute athleticism, that smooth athleticism, and the fight ends and never gets there. So that's the curiosity about the fight, and we'll find out.
As we touched on earlier, you've obviously fought Amir Khan. How many years ago was that now? I mean,
it's been a while, 7 years almost.
Been a while, yeah. Since then, obviously, he's had his career and you've had yours. The rumours or the finalisation of Amir Khan, Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Again, with your analyst hat on, what are your thoughts to that fight being made?
I think it's a fight, it's pure entertainment. It's two speedy guys who always bring excitement to the table. If they can actually sign the fight, because the fight hasn't been signed yet, I haven't heard, I think it'll be fun.
Okay, and just finally, Paulie, as I mentioned, you are a very well-loved man on these shores. Do you have any messages for your fans?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Paul Malignaggi, and check out my podcast, Paul Malignaggi, Peter Card's Brooklyn to the World. It's on the Showtime Boxing app. Play.it and iTunes.
Thanks very much, Paulie.
Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.